Okay, so the purpose of this video is to introduce you to my website. No matter which class you look at, either pre-calculus or geometry, it's going to be the same sort of format. So I'm actually going to go through the pre-calculus version, but if you do end up taking geometry or any other class I might teach, um, it's all going to be the same. So the URL is cahillmath.weebly.com. The link will be down in the description of this video. And so when you go to the website, this is going to be the home page. Nice little picture of Richmond, which was actually taken from a former student of mine. Then this nice little quote, and then two links. These will fast forward you or bring you to the most current unit. But really the most important links are going to be right up here at the top. So the major one that you need to focus on is your course. There's some other links up here. So about is about me, and stress is some nice little pictures to make you feel better. You can check that out later. But so pre-calculus, there are some links here. The first is going to be the syllabus. So if you click that, that's actually going to be just a live Google Doc. So there's the URL page. There's my email address. Description, materials, how homework is graded, important dates, the grading scale, and then the units that we cover. So pretty standard syllabus material there. Right. I'll come back to curriculum, but curriculum is where all the notes and all the important material is going to be. So if there's one thing you need to view from this website, it's going to be curriculum. That's where you're going to get all your information. So real quick though, I'm going to just take a quick look at resources. So if you click this, you're going to see these are just some websites that I tend to like and I use. So the first is actually GeoGebra. This is some really nice software. It's a good, it's basically just a plotting software. So you can download the software. It's available for Android and iPhone as well. And then you can also just view this in your browser. And so here you can see like, oh, I want to do y equals 5x. And it'll plot this. And so if you're doing y is equal to x squared minus 9x plus 20, that's minus 9x plus 20. There you go. We can instantly see the x-intercepts. Of course, for me, for any homework assignment you have to do, you have to show your work, but this is just a really nice tool to check. The other one is Desmos. Desmos also is an app. You can download on your phone. This is actually what I use on my phone, but it's just another graphing utility, and there's a lot of other cool stuff that they can do on here. So there you go. So let's say I want to drag this. So it shows all these points, and I can plot this around and drag this. And basically, there's a lot to do here, but this is nice so that if you need to graph or take a look at anything, you can certainly use this. So those are some good resources there. Of course, there's Khan Academy. Brightstorm's an interesting site that actually goes along with the textbook and has some good references. And then, of course, just YouTube. YouTube, you can pretty much find any video for the stuff that we're doing. Just be aware that there are some things that I teach slightly differently, in my opinion, better. So, for example, the determinant of a 3x3 matrix, even if you look in the textbook, the formula is very different from the way I teach it. So it's all whatever you want to do, it's perfectly fine. But just be aware, if you look at any of these reference resources, chances are it may be different and possibly more challenging. Actually, if you click the link for the YouTube, you're going to get to my own personal YouTube channel. And so this is where I will post a whole bunch of videos. So actually, you can even go to the pre-calculus playlist, and there's all the pre-calculus videos that I have, and this is the most recent one that I uploaded, or no, sorry, this is the first one that I uploaded. You can see previously. So good stuff there. I'll talk more about that YouTube channel in just a second. Um, Now onto the homework. So I have each separate class with their own separate calendar for homework. All of the homework assignments are going to be the same, but if you click here, you're going to be able to see a list of all of the assignments and the quizzes and the test. I post the calendar up one unit at a time. So right now, the class is actually in Unit F. So as soon as we start Unit F, you're going to see what is going to be due each day, when the quiz is, and when the test is. So that way you know, you can put this in your calendar, when that test is going to be. And there's also the month view as well, so you can see. And the reason that there are separate calendars for each class is because of the rotating schedule. So I try to have the quizzes end up on the same days, quizzes and tests, but every now and then it does mess a little bit because I do teach 3 sections. Down here, if you are tech savvy, actually if you have a Gmail account, which if you're a student, you should, you can actually just click this plus and you can add it to your own personal Google Calendar. If you have a MacBook or an iPhone or probably an Android, this is an iCal subscription. So if you copy and paste this into your calendar, it will be able to add this as a separate calendar, and as I change something, you will get a live, it will change live in your calendar. So for example, we just had a couple snow days, so I moved this quiz back. So if you had this in your calendar, it would just automatically change for you. If you do have any questions about how to possibly do that or to add this calendar to your own personal computer device, feel free to just talk to me. I'd be happy to go through. It's real simple to do. All right, let's get to the important stuff. The curriculum. So I'm actually going to go through unit, actually that was a short unit. Let's go through Unit D. Unit D. So I actually, as opposed to probably some other math classes that you've had, actually I'll do Unit C. The units that I have are lettered, and it may seem weird. The reason I do that is because sometimes I combine different chapters in the textbook and I jump around in the sections. So the numbers don't necessarily go in order. So as opposed to confusing you with that, I just like to letter the units into order. And I think we're going to go up to Unit K or something. There's a lot of shorter units at the end of the year. All right, so as soon as you open up this page, you're going to see 2 important links right at the top. The first is actually the homework assignments, or actually I guess the second one. And this is important because if you remember how that calendar looked, it just said assignment C3, assignment C4. It didn't actually show the problems or anything. I create a separate document. I'll be honest, most of that is just from laziness. I don't want to type into 3 different calendars the same problems. So in the classroom, I'll just put up the assignment name. On the calendar, I'll just put up the assignment name, and then you just reference this. A lot of students will actually print this out and put it into their binders so they can just quick reference everything. I think that's a cool strategy. Every now and then I will change some numbers, but very rare. Also, sometimes we will have worksheets for homework. So like here we have a worksheet. And so this will just, oh, I have to log in. This will just lead you to the worksheet. All right, so apparently these are not open. Most of my, most of the links that I have, most of the links I have are just open, so you don't need to log into your Google account. However, these aren't open, so I guess I'll go back and change that. But if you're taking this class, you have a Trinity login anyway, so not that big of a deal. All right, moving on. The other link that we have right here at the top is the unit planner. This is another important one. So this is actually kind of a rare situation. This was just a scheduling difference that only this one class had the other day. But what you'll see is each day, so each day number 1 through 12, and what we're doing on each day. This is regardless of the rotating schedule. So no matter which course you are in and which drop day and what weekends you have, these are just the class days. So you can see the first class day that we have is going to be the exponent review. And there was a practice sheet there. So if you click that link, again, you have to log in, but it would bring you to the worksheet. And then on that 12th day would be the test. And do we have these other worksheets there? No, I still have to log in. So I can look at another unit. We'll just go to another unit. We'll do Unit E. Unit E was a short unit, but yeah, see, this is a very, very short unit, Unit E. So you can see the first day we did this worksheet. There you go. And it was just about arithmetic sequences and some different problems. And for a lot of these worksheets, I do have the answers attached, or I will work out solutions. So you should be able to see that. And for anytime we're doing something new, I don't always lecture in class, but when I do, I will make a video for the lecture, and that's what will be on the YouTube channel. So if you miss class for whatever reason, you will actually be able to watch the video and see the exact same lesson that the students in the classroom will be able to see. Now, obviously, you won't be able to get the feedback, and there won't be any questions during this time. So it's actually going to be a little bit quicker. But the benefit is you can pause, you can rewind, you can go back, you can watch this at any time, and then also take notes to have questions. So you can let me know what questions you have, and even say, oh, at 5:30 in the video, you wrote down something and I don't know how you got that. So feel free to just ask me that stuff, and I'll be absolutely happy to help. Also, I mean, even if you do come to a class, you are here for this class, sometimes maybe you forgot how to do something and it wasn't in your notes, or you're not sure what you put in your notes. I mean, we all do that. I still do that. So having the video to go back to and watch is really, really helpful. And a lot of students take that to their advantage. And so you can just see daily breakdown of what we're doing. We do daily starters for each class, and that's what this is, DS1, DS2. I don't have those on the website, but really they're just sort of little practice questions to help get the class going. If you are away for whatever reason, don't feel like you need to do them, and you're really not missing anything by not doing them. I do give the packet at the end or the start of each unit, and so at the end of each unit, you just have to hand in the packet, and I'll give you grades for it. But again, if you're away, you don't need to do that. The homework and the questions we do in class are going to be sufficient. So this is a really good schedule, really good pacing that you can do to help you go through this website. And then broken down here are the different topics. So you can kind of see here, we do section 8.2 and section 8.3. And so that's how this breaks down. Section 8.2 is arithmetic sequences. Section 8.3 is geometric sequences. And then we have the test review. So actually, let me look at, I think Unit B is a good unit to look at that. So Unit B, you can see we have all these different units. There will always be a video link. So here's, you can see the lecture video. So the day we did quadratic functions, this is the lecture that I did in class. These are the notes I did in class going through about quadratic functions and what we did there. Sometimes off to the side, I will do bonus videos, which are different from the lectures, these are just an extra example. So here this was going from general form to vertex form of a quadratic, which is a concept that a lot of students will get confused on. So I just did an extra example just to do that. So that will happen a lot. And so here we started off talking about factoring, and so I did different versions with some notes to help with that. Yeah, so going through this, you can kind of see how everything is. So here, rational functions, each topic has this lecture video, and you can just kind of go through and see what we did with those videos. And then I also have the notes. So this is a PDF copy of everything that was written in that video. So sometimes, hey, maybe you're fine factoring. You kind of remember this. So just kind of look over the notes. You don't necessarily have to watch the whole video. But if you're looking at this and thinking, wait, how did he get this? Then it's no problem to just jump to the video. And then at the end of each unit, I always have a test review sheet. So here's the test review sheet. And the test review, for the most part, looks fairly similar to how the test will go. And then I will also have the solutions posted. So here you can see the worked out solutions of not only the answers, but how we got those answers. And if even that does not help, then there is a video to help you go through, and it's actually just me recording myself go through and answer all the questions there. So to recap, this is the most important part of the website. It's curriculum, and it's going to be all your notes. So actually, at the time of this recording, we're in Unit F. So if I'm starting Unit F, which is trigonometric functions, I can go up to the unit planner, and I can see what we are doing each day in class. So if I know I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss the 6th day that we have. I know that all we're going to be doing is just working on this practice sheet. So I'll have to log in to get that, but I'll open that up. But you can follow along, and then after 18 days, we have that test. So this is a really good resource. The homeworks are just right there. And then each topic that we do, each section, will have notes, any classwork worksheets that we do, the lecture video, and then maybe some extra notes, like here's a very good picture to help with the information, an extra example problem, and then all the way down until the end where we have the review and then the review solutions. Okay, so that's my website. It's hopefully easy enough to navigate. If you do have any questions at any time, send me an email. My contact information is on the website. And one quick note about the YouTube channel is a lot of times people will ask me how to do a homework question or to provide an additional example. I don't have all the time in the world to make videos, but I'm always more than happy to make a video at somebody's request. So if there's ever a topic you're not sure about how to do, just ask me, and within a day or two, I'll be happy to get around to making that and putting that up so that you guys know how to do the math that you need to do. All right. So that's my website. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And good luck with the course.